Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will get lost in the pages of The Kill Order by James Dashner. The Kill Order by James Dashner, published in 2012, serves as a prequel to the Maze Runner series. Set in a world devastated by catastrophic solar flares, it follows Mark and his friends as they struggle for survival in a post-apocalyptic landscape. When a mysterious virus is unleashed upon the remaining survivors, Mark and his companions must uncover the truth behind its origins while fighting to stay alive. Plot summary. Mark wakes in the dim morning light, shivering beneath the elk-hide blanket he rarely uses. The air slipping through the cracks in the hut's log walls is cooler than usual, a rare break from the scorching heat that has plagued the world since the sun flares struck over a year ago. He stretches and yawns, the brief comfort of sleep fading as he remembers where he is, high in the Appalachian Mountains, far from the city life he once knew. The settlement is rough, a collection of makeshift huts and treehouses where survivors scavenge, hunt, and struggle to stay alive. Alec, the gruff ex-soldier who has become Mark's protector, is still asleep on the other side of the small hut, snoring like a growling beast. Mark hurls a shoe at him, then another until the old man wakes with a curse. Their routine is familiar, a sign that for now, life remains bearable. But the past lingers like a shadow. Trina, the girl who has been with Mark since before the world ended, offers a rare moment of peace, sitting by the stream with a salvaged book. The two share quiet words, fragile hopes for a day untouched by memories of fire and death. The calm shatters with the roar of engines overhead. A Berg, one of the massive airships once used by the government, descends upon the settlement, its thrusters blasting hot wind through the square. The people gather in cautious awe, eyes wide with the possibility of rescue. The hatch lowers, revealing figures in green protective suits, their faces hidden behind thick visors. They are not here to help. Without warning, the strangers raise strange black tubes and fire. Darts whistle through the air, striking flesh. Darnell, one of Mark's friends, collapses as a metal shaft embeds deep in his shoulder. All around, people scream and drop, clutching at their wounds. Mark barely has time to react before Alec shoves him forward, barking orders to move. He grabs Darnell, dragging him through the chaos as more darts rain down. The virus works fast, too fast. Darnell, once full of laughter, begins convulsing, eyes wild with confusion and pain. Alec is already thinking ahead. The Berg hovers low, its ramp still open. A plan forms reckless, desperate, but their only chance. They sprint through the alleys, avoiding bodies, avoiding darts, and reach the central shack where Alec has found a pair of grappling hook guns. Mark doesn't hesitate. As the ship rises, he grips the weapon, fires, and is yanked into the sky. The force nearly rips him apart, branches slashing at his body as he dangles above the treetops. Alec reaches the hatch first, taking out one of the suited figures with a well-placed shot. Mark follows, swinging himself onto the ramp just as the door begins to close. Inside the Berg, it is dark and silent, but they are not alone. A dart gun clatters to the floor, the last shot of a retreating enemy. The two give chase, winding through curved corridors past locked doors. They reach the cockpit just as the pilot slams a lever forward. The Berg lurches, nose-diving toward the trees. Mark slams against the control panel, vision swimming. The pilot, her expression eerily blank, whispers just following orders before she sends the ship into a crash. The world tilts, a deafening impact. Then, darkness. He wakes to Alec's voice and a pounding headache. The Berg is wrecked, cradled between two massive oaks. Smoke curls from broken engines. Somehow, they are alive. They climb through the wreckage, searching for answers. In a storage compartment, Mark finds a black case labeled with a biohazard symbol. Virus VC321XB47, highly contagious. His stomach turns. These people weren't just attacking, they were spreading something designed to kill. They need to get back, Trina, Lana, the others, but the journey is longer than expected. The landscape is scorched, familiar landmarks twisted by destruction. They find abandoned villages, evidence of the virus's horror. People lost their minds before they died violent, screaming, consumed by madness. It is not just an illness, it is something worse. Days later, when they finally reach the settlement, it is too late. Bodies litter the ground. The air is thick with decay. The virus has already done its work, but not everyone is dead. Lana, battered and exhausted, emerges from the wreckage, gun in hand. The toad, once strong and full of life, shudders against the wall, muttering nonsense. The infection has reached him, and there is nothing they can do. Trina is gone, taken. The Berg wasn't the only one. More had come, gathering survivors, dragging them away. Mark's world narrows to one purpose: getting her back. The journey leads them deeper into the ruined cities, to the place where the virus was born. PFC, Post-Flares Coalition. The name that had been whispered in rumors, the shadow behind every desperate act of survival. The people in the Berg weren't acting alone. They were following orders. The virus was not an accident. It was a decision. The deeper they go, the more they see the truth. The virus was meant to control population, to eliminate the weak so the strong could build anew. But it mutated. It became something unstoppable. Those in charge abandoned their plan, left the world to rot. The cities are filled with the infected, their minds fractured, their bodies wasting. Mark fights his way through the madness, Alec at his side, Lana holding back the horrors that surround them. They find Trina in the hands of those who believe they can still fix what they started. She is locked away, a test subject for whatever cure they still dream of making. The escape is chaos. Lana does not make it. Alec is wounded but refuses to fall. They take Trina and run, but she is already burning with fever. The virus is inside her, clawing at her mind. In the end, there is only Mark and Trina, lost in the ruins of a world that no longer belongs to them. She looks at him, eyes flickering between recognition and something else, something hollow. He holds her, whispering words of comfort neither of them believe. Above them, the sky burns orange, the last traces of the old world fading into dust. Want more from Maze Runner series? Look for the other books by James Dashner in the description or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in James Dashner's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.